Yes, I will.
Okay. All right, so over to you then.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Please confirm you can hear me.
Yes.
Can someone please confirm if you can hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
we can
Good
hear you.
evening, everyone, and welcome to today's session. I'm Christy Manuel, and this is the Genius Investors Community. Today, we are finishing off on the session we started last week, which is Homnifi demo. So today we're having the part 2 of that demonstration session where we take you through the Homnifi platform so that you get to deepen your understanding about how this Homnifi platform works, the new features, and how you can leverage everything in this platform to manage and track your success and progress in the entire Expo Layer K ecosystem. So we started, like I said earlier last week, and this is the concluding part. Coach Itwen in the house is going to take us through the remaining parts of this demonstration, helping us to identify new features and how it works and how we can leverage it to build even a more robust ecosystem and business for ourselves. So please, you want to eliminate all distractions as much as possible. Have your journals. You can even have your own extra device logged into your back office so that you can follow through as he demonstrates. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the chats, and we'll all discuss and respond to your questions before the end of this service. This session. At the end, we'll come back for an interactive session. But now it's over to Coach Itwen to take us through the demonstration session. Coach Itwen, good evening and good to have you again.
Coach Christy, good evening. Thanks very much. Okay, so we're back to our back office. Remember, it's a very, very, very important tool required when you're in the Homnifi ecosystem. And like we said, it goes beyond just knowing what is happening there to actually utilizing it to share the knowledge with your friends, and you need to know what's happening behind it. So last week, we touched on the first aspects of the presentation. Okay, and that had to do with, let me move my over here. Yes, so that had to do with obviously the first sections here, the home wallet shop, the factory system community. So just to have a little bit of recap on that, just have a little bit of recap. Okay, so you have your home that tells you what's happening on the ecosystem. You have your wallet that deals with your funds. So everything you need to do, anything you need to manage in your account is done here. So that involves your deposit, your withdrawal, your swap, and a little bit of the history. Okay. And so last week we took you on how to withdraw, how to deposit in case you want to fund your account, and how to swap, and the advantages of the swap and what you can do with the various swaps. You also have your shop. This is where you purchase your minters. Okay, and so if you click on it, it will take you into opening a different the shopping mall where you can pick up your various minters. You can also use this to have your subscription renewed. Okay, so all you need to do is you can pick on the product category, either it's a subscription or it's a minter, right? And then you can do your necessary payments. Ensure that you have money in your wallet, and that money has to be in your wallet here, USDK, right? In order for you to purchase your products. So if you have USDK and USDK promo, you can use that as a 50-50 balance to pay for your minters. But if you have to renew your subscription or pay for a subscription, it has to be USDK fully. Okay. We also spoke about DeFi 360, which is where you get to see your machines and what they mean. And then Cloud K has to do with those who were on the CLFI Cloud K network earlier before we came into Homnifi. So you can see your minters there. They are currently minting, and you can withdraw from there. And once you have withdrawn it, it will automatically credit your Homnifi wallet, right? So you can see that these are still minting, and each of those minters have their validity. Any one you have here has a validity, and they will run its course, right? And any one you're withdrawing is converted into layer K. You can see that there. All right, so we spoke about community, and the community has to do with the members in your team. Remember, there are extra benefits if you are a community builder, and that has to come with base referral and builder generational. Details have been explained in our previous videos on what to do in order to have a base referral and builder generational. So base referral means that for you to have, for every machine you buy, you must link it one for one, and that is the value of your machine equivalent in layer K tokens. And builder generational means you have to build your team and ensure that everyone within your team, if they have a minter, no matter the cost of the minter, they need to have the 1:1 ratio. So if you're having a $100 minter, you need to have $100 worth of layer K, and that goes for every other type of minter you buy. You need to have that in your team in order to qualify for the builder generational. So of course, the benefits that come with it is that your team, as they mint, you have a certain percentage for what they mint daily, and that you can see all that here, rewards that are coming in and what has been earned. And then you can get to see your team, the various teams you have, what they are doing. Okay, so this gives you an overview of the rewards. And of course, your first line and your tree gives you those that are directly under you. And then you can also get to see those that are under your second level and your third level. And so we went to the tree, specific tree, and we click on tree view. So tree view gives you everything that is happening straight in within your ecosystem, right? This is your team, your direct team, all levels down. So if you have up to 10 levels, 15 levels, you get to see them here. And so once you click, you can get to appreciate and see what every person is doing. And then you can also mentor and you can monitor and you can let people know the status. There are some people that come in here and they forget about what it is, what has been happening here. So you can come and remind them. Some maybe membership, some have not met with the base referral terms, some have not met with the builder generational terms. So you get to you can get to here and then see and contact your various teams. Right? So that's with the tree. And of course, the leaderboard shows those in the world who are actually making it quite well in terms of building their teams and their community and are also earning from that. And so the take home last week was that each and every one of us should aim to be at least amongst the top 50 in the world. And that is not difficult, right? Because each and every one of us are minting and we want to share that knowledge of having to mint daily, every day without having to go to work with our friends. And so once your friends do come in here, they can replicate the same thing you're doing and you find yourself in no time amongst the top 100, top 50, top 100 in the world. So we also spoke about the global pool. Okay, so this is SNGP, and this SNGP comes with those who have procured physical minters. Okay, so physical minters are the minters from 500 upwards to 50,000. And once the total number of 150 million SNGP tokens or NFTs have all been shared out, then this will now become active. And then you can see those within your team who have their SNGP, right? And of course, there's country pool. This has been explained in our past presentations, an opportunity where you can get a percentage from those within your region, right? So once that is active, we'll give you more detailed information. So one very important part about this is the external apps, external applications, which is what is going to be the meat of our presentation today. And if you go to the external apps, you just see a backdrop of the various applications that have merged with the Homnifi platform. You would have seen them from the 2Access platform, Kmall, and Quantwise, K-Mintings, and then from here, you can also go in. If you had vouchers from the previous promos that you have participated in, if you purchase minters from the CLFI, when it was available in CLFI, you can get to see them here, and then you can utilize those vouchers in the right program. So this voucher speaks to Quantwise, and this is already active. Okay, it started from this is September 2024. All right, so if you had converted your tokens to Wale K, and that was the Zenith tokens then, or if you had SL or Layer K then to stake in Wale K, you will get to see what you have staked over time. So you can see it here. Each time is 2 years. If you had the SL Layer K, it's 2 years. If you had the Layer K, it is 8 years. Okay, so you can see a sample of those tokens here, right? The advantage of this is that it gives you opportunity to participate in the RAM starter by giving you a considerable amount of leverage in terms of purchasing new tokens that are coming into the ecosystem. Okay. The second advantage is that it's holding these tokens for you for the next 2 years. The value of these tokens obviously will increase after 2 years, and you're giving the Layer K tokens. So for the S Layer K, it is converted to Layer K tokens. And for the Layer K, you're just giving back as Layer K tokens, right? So that was the summary of last week's presentation. So this week we'll be focusing on the external applications. So those applications that take you outside your Homnifi platform. The first one is the shop, which is the Hori Small, which I've shown you. It's a place to purchase your minters and also get your subscriptions renewed. And so the next one is the T-Balance. So if you're involved in a Shiro trading platform, obviously you can credit somebody with the T-Balance platform, right? So you have your USDK old or USDK or any of these tokens here that can be converted into what we call T-Balance, and you can give it to somebody, and the person can use that to trade on the Shiro platform. Okay, so all you need to do is just click on select, right, and enter the person's details, first name, last name, and email addresses. And once that is done, the person is credited with the right amount that you have selected here. So if you want to get the T-Balance, all you need to do is have either USDK promo, or you can have your CLFIR, but let's just check just to be sure. So if you have your USDK promo, you can convert it to T-Balance. So you can see that here. So if you want to gift somebody some tokens that they can use for their trading, you can do that. On the CLFIR, it also gives you, let's see, I think SM Layer K. Yes, so SM Layer K is another token that you can convert to T-Balance, right? So once you have the T-Balance, once you have done this swap, your T-Balance will automatically be credited. So this is where I am referring to. So you can see your T-Balance here. It will be credited, and then you can use that to issue your friends or gift somebody any amount of credits for the person to use in their trading, right? So that's with the T-Balance, and the next is on the Quantwise. So Quantwise is the AI trading platform, and that was focused on, if you were involved in this earlier on, it was focused on Bitcoin USDT trading. So right now there's a transition that is ongoing. So for those who were participating in Quantwise, right, you have an opportunity to withdraw your capital. And if you had incurred losses, there's a mechanism in place right now to compensate you for your losses in M Layer K tokens. Okay, so you just have to go check your email to receive the notification on the temporary halt of the trading platform, and then also to receive your Layer K tokens as promised by the Homnifi team. Okay, so that is trying to open right now, but we are not going to focus on that. And then the next is RAM Starter. So for those of us that have had interest in trying to take part in IDOs, okay, IDOs or ICOs, okay, so we have a platform in Homnifi, and that platform is focused on picking up new projects that are just starting, that require the community, especially our community in Homnifi. And then once those tokens go public, they increase in value. So you may not have information to those tokens early enough. You may just get to see them in the market, and you're busy trying to trade and look for an opportunity to get profits from those projects, right? But The advantage of Ramstarter is that you already, the owners of this project come to our ecosystem and they invest in our ecosystem, giving you and I an opportunity to participate firsthand. So that is what Ramstarter does for us. And the best way for you to participate in Ramstarter is holding Layer K tokens through the Wallet K platform, right? And so this gives you a certain amount, depending on how much Layer K tokens or S-Layer K tokens you stake on the platform. It gives you a certain leverage in purchasing as much as possible, your desire in those projects. So we had one project, Tomocat, that was completed some few months ago. And those who were there have already withdrawn their Tomocat tokens and also have been credited. For those that did not receive their Tomocat tokens, they've already been credited the value in Layer K. Okay, so that was already, it was broadcasted on the various news channels, Telegram, WhatsApp channels. So please just go back and check if you have not gotten yours. Of course, in order for you to participate, you need to connect your wallet, your MetaMask wallet, in case you've not done one. We also have videos that have covered that. Okay, so, and then once that is done, you just get in. Right, so the wallet is connected. I'm already in. The information shown here has been picked from my wallet K. So I have pumps, I have power, I have persistence. We've already discussed this in previous videos, what this thing means, right? But this just gives me an opportunity to participate very well in this project. So you can see projects that are closed. If there's one that is upcoming, you get to see that. If it's ongoing, you get to see that. So Tomocat ended some days ago. And this is one of the projects I participated in too, right? So that is this over there. So that's for Ramstarter. We look forward to more projects coming in on the ecosystem and we get to participate in there. Okay, last but not the least is my X-Pro. So remember, once you're in the Homnifi ecosystem, you have one that talks about what you're minting, your machines, how they are performing, and your community. You also have the second one that talks about the shop, where you can get these machines and renew your subscription. The last but not the least in the trio is my X-Pro. And this is your back office. This is your community. This is where you can manage your community effectively, right? So if you click on my X-Pro, which has already been opened in the back office here, you now get to see what's happening behind your team, behind your community. For those who are interested in building communities, those who are interested in generating a career from this, you can get to see what is happening back here. So you can see the various ranking levels. It gets to tell you your rank and your next rank. And of course, tells you how you can achieve that. So you can see that you have 50-50 legs here, and you need to ensure that your teams on both legs are balanced in order for you to get the right volume, in order for you to get to the next ranking. So it can show you your new members, gives you the dates. A lot of information here is quite handy when you get into your back office. Okay, so of course, we'll be taking this in a different presentation fully, my X-Ray, because it's quite huge. But one important part you need to pay attention to is the balance, right? So remember, for every person that you introduce into this opportunity, you are being given a reward for a direct relationship with that person, right? And so you get to see that thing in your balance. So for every time somebody purchases and every time somebody purchases a minter or a machine, you get credited a certain value, right? And so for some people, they're interested in withdrawing these commissions given to them. Others are interested in putting it back into the system, compounding it into their existing system. So for the X-Pro today, what I'm going to show you is how you can withdraw this in case you want to use it personally, okay? Or you want to compound it, you want to put it back into the system to purchase any machines, okay, or tokens, depending on what you want to do, right? So once your rewards come to you, right, somebody purchases a minter, based on the volume points and the commission points, you get a reward. So those rewards will either come as a withdrawal, USDX withdrawal, or it will come as USX commission. So you will get to see them in each and in this. They will be separated in different ways, right? Okay, so In order for you to have this withdrawn, you need to actually do a swap from US withdrawal straight to USX or US commissions to USX. This is the only way you can withdraw it out of the system to use it for something meaningful, right? So all you need to do is that you just click on the swap function. So you can see the swap function here. So you click on the swap function, and then it gives you an opportunity to say, okay, I have USX withdrawal. I want to convert it to my USX. Okay, so this is free of charge. It doesn't cost you anything. And then you include the amount, and then include your password. Click on the send button, and it's done automatically. In less than 2 seconds, you already have your USX credited. It's the same thing for US commissions. All you need to do is select the right one. So it's either USS commissions or USS withdrawal. Choose the value. It will show you available balance. Choose the value you want to convert. Of course, the wallet is USX, and then it comes in here, right? So we already have this in USX, and we want to send this out. Okay, so you have two options. Either you can send it within yourself, or you want to send it out to somebody, right? So if I go to transfer internal, right, I can choose to send this to somebody else within the ecosystem. So if I have Coach Lorenzo or Coach Christy, and I want to give them money for what they want to do within the system, I can just put in their email address here, and then put in the value. Of course, this is my password, and then I click send, and they're automatically credited instantly, okay? But if I want to send this out, okay, I don't want to send it within anybody in the Homnifi or Xpro system. I want to send it out. All I need to do is click on transfer externally, right? So I have two options if I want to get it externally, right? So I have my Hori Small, which is already selected here, okay? And I have my available balance. And then all I need to do is just click on the amount, which I'm going to do here live, right? So I want to withdraw everything outside there, and I want to send it. I want to confirm the transaction. So what it does is that it automatically credits my Homnifi account. So the transfer is complete with success. Of course, you've seen that I've already been debited the amount, right? And so the amount will be credited in my Homnifi, which we'll go to see later. So concerning Xpro, right? So that is just what we are going to be dealing with today. Later on, we'll go in depth, and that is in a different presentation. We'll go in depth on how you can assess your team, how you can interpret the various reports that are happening in your team, right? And the various resources you need to use in order for you to build your business. So this is a full presentation on its own, and we are going to promise that we are going to touch on this in the next presentation coming up. So we want to take a look at the transfer that we did. And so I go back to my wallet on Homnifi, right? So I think that should have come. Okay, so let's just refresh the wallet a bit. Right, so you will get to see that, yes. So I think it has come in, yes. So I seem to have a little bit more than what I had here previously. Okay, so let's get to see what the descriptions are like. So I have the USDK here. It has gotten into my USDK, okay, and that has been done. So it's quite instant in terms of withdrawal. It's quite instant. Okay, see that here. So you can see the 35 that I withdrew earlier. It came in as deposits into USDK. So you can see that. So I had a previous balance of 168. I've added 35, and it has given me that, right? So, of course, whatever I want to do with this is left to me. I can use that to actually buy another minter if it is okay, or can use that to buy layer K tokens if I want to swap it. And that, so that is left for me to use. So again, like we said, you have an opportunity to, for whatever it is, you can put that back into the system and earn more money from that, okay? So if you have problems with your Homnifi, if you cannot reach out to your upline, or you cannot reach out to your team members or resource persons you have close relationship with, you can come to the support section, and this is the support section here. So the support section, you come to the support section, and then you can select the appropriate concerns you have, and that will have that tailored. So if you have a challenge on CloudK, you click on it. If you have it on Quantwise, WaleK, or Ramstarter, anyone, you can click on it. And once you click on create a ticket, it opens a different screen for you, where you can now get to type the relevant questions or type the relevant concerns you have. So, okay, so once a support is raised, right, you receive a notification by on your email that this request has already been created. So if I want to create a ticket, I just click on submit a ticket, and just hold on a bit. It will just pop up the various boxes for us to put in our information. What is the type of consent you have? Where is it focused on? Is it on withdrawals? Is it on deposits? Is it on your minters? You have a list of drop downs that actually narrows it to the best of sections that you want addressed. Okay. So you can see here, I can choose whether it's account management, verifications, minter issue, general query, hack account. So anyone. So let's say I have my KYC not verified, right? I can click on verification, and then I just put in the relevant data that is required. Okay, and then let us say user account, not deletion of account, whatever it is, right? And then once you do your typing, and if you have an evidence of the information, you can attach that. And then you just click I'm not a robot, and you click submit. But I'm not going to submit this now because we are not raising a ticket. So once that has been done, right, you receive a mail in your inbox telling you that your ticket has been raised, and it will be attended to by a support team. So usually the feedback from support takes depending on the weight of your query, it takes between 48 to 72 hours for you to get a response. And of course, they will come back to you with either an immediate solution, or they may require more information for you in order to have that done. An important part of this ecosystem is the wiki. So the wiki is like the Bible. It's like the encyclopedia. It's like whatever it is you want to know about this ecosystem is all here, right? So remember, we told you that your back office, your Homnifi back office, is somewhere you can spend a lot of time and you get to learn about the ecosystem. You're not just doing it because you want to know what is happening in the ecosystem. You are doing it because you want to ensure that for every change, or for if you are building a community, if you are building team members, if you are explaining this business opportunity to someone, you want to know because they can ask a lot of questions. So I usually advise my friends to take their time out, go to your own back office, click on wiki, and learn every single thing that is in there. Whether it's on the DeFi community, how to load your node K, how to understanding it, activating it, whatever it is, every single thing is inside here, right? So you can spend your time and learn about what's happening at your back end. You also have the ability to learn about other products. So you can see T-Balance, it's loading, so it's going to take time to come up. And of course, you can see the roadmap. Every single thing you want about your ecosystem is in here in the wiki, okay? And so that should be that. Of course, legal, if you want information concerning the legal aspects of this business, registration and other information, and the terms and conditions required for you to have to be a partner with Homnifi is all captured in here, right? So that draws us to the completion of our back office demonstration, and I'll be available for questions. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach Itwen, for that excellent demo session of our Homnifi back office and taking us through the remainder of the Homnifi demo. It's time now, participants, to get your feedback. Remember, this is the concluding part of this demo, Homnifi demo session. We had the first part, which is already up and running on our YouTube channel. That's the Genius Investors YouTube channel. In case you want to revisit that, that is already live. Just go through our, to our YouTube channel, you get it, and then you can watch it. Today's session focused on the remaining part, especially those platforms that are outside the Homnifi back office, but all integrated into the X-Pro Layer K ecosystem. So thank you so very much, Coach Itwen, for that in-depth presentation and making us have deeper understanding of what's happening in the Homnifi back office and how we can leverage that to track and manage our progress in the entire X-Pro Layer K ecosystem. So it's time now for questions. We'll have time to take about 2 or 3 questions before we wrap it up, because we don't want this to be any longer than it is already. So if you have any questions you want to ask, please feel free to unmute yourself and ask, or type it in the chat. Coach Itwen is here, Coach Lorenzo is here as well to provide in-depth explanation on whatever questions that you may have. So the floor is open now to questions. We have Mr. Sam, Mary, Charity is here. Mr. Michela is also here. So anyone with any questions, please feel free to ask. Coach Lawrence, you want to chip in a thing or two?
Yeah, typically today is not for me. Today is for people who are finding it difficult to find information at the back end. So first of all, is to thank Coach Itwen for guiding us through. And there's a lot on the swapping button. You go to your Homnifi wallet swap. I think everybody should pay attention there. Swap. There you can swap from one thing to the other. When you want to swap, you click what you want to swap from. It will automatically bring what you can swap that thing into, according to what the system will allow. So that will give you an idea. For example, if you want to buy Minta, you can only use USDK or USDK promo, USDK old, or the USDKs, for example. You can use them in combinations that will be suggested by the system to buy Minta. Then what about those of us who have CLFI? CLFI arrow, like Itwen said, you can now convert it to S layer K, or you can convert it further from S layer K to USDK promo. So these are the 2 most important swaps for those who want to purchase something in our ecosystem. Then if you want to also fill up your Minta, which is another very important topic, all your USDK can be swapped to M layer K, apart from USDK promo. So the system has been programmed in a way that you cannot go wrong. All you need to do is play around it, just see like you're playing a game. Before you effect anything, it will tell you to put your password or put your Google Authenticator. So you're always in control. But please don't be ignorant. The programmers are working day and night on updating this system. You might be surprised what you knew last week is different from what is there now. Some extra things have been added. And also, like Itwen said, the Wallet K on the menu, if you check very well, Wallet K on the menu of Homnifi is where your staked assets are when you stake your S layer K, if you remember, for 2 years. There's a perfect account there where you can see all of that. So those are what I just want to draw attention to. These are very important areas of this backend demo. I hope you are getting it. And those of us who are influencers, those of building team, those who want to take this as a career, the supernode area, you know, it will draw attention there. You want to go there and study it. Then you can ask questions in our various WhatsApp groups. If you saw this by YouTube, you can drop a comment for us in the comment box in case you have any question or you want help. We'll reach out to you. So for those who are thinking we're joking, we're not joking. No. Anything that gives you $1 a day can give you $10 a day if you know what to do. Anything that gives you $10 a day, if you look at it properly, can give you $100 a day. And if you get it to $100 a day, you can know what to do to get it to $1,000 a day. And if you earn $1,000 a day, my dear, That is $365,000 in a year. If you compound it, that can get you to close to $1 million every year from the second year. Close to $1 million every day. Sorry, every year from the second year. And if you're earning $1 million every year of your life, you think about it. You are now in the choicest 2%. Choicest 2% in the world, anywhere in the world. If you can earn $1 million every year. Okay, so this you know, you're not just going to earn $1 million every year by fluke or by lazing around. First, you have what is called a leverage business. This business gives us that opportunity. And the biggest opportunity here is, you know, what Itwen has drawn our attention to earlier in our various presentations. Come into the Supernode program. Be an investor, be an influencer. Combine the two. The earnings are different. This company is very generous and has made it incentivize the process of we decentralizing the blockchain. They pay you for helping them decentralize their blockchain. Think about that. And the currency of payment is token. Token can be any price tomorrow. So as the blockchain is gaining adoption, the token price is rising and we're all better for it. The money you put inside, the token you put inside your minter, now that the token is less than $1, have you ever imagined in 5 years, or let's say 4 years from now, what the price of the token will be? If the price of the token just goes to only $4, just $4 alone, use it to multiply the token you put inside the minter, that is times 4 for you not doing anything. Not doing anything, you didn't hire any staff, you didn't pay tax, you didn't pay, you didn't wash your clothes to come to work, you didn't pay electricity bills, you didn't pay internet bills, and what have you, just for waiting 4 years, and you get times 4 of your money. And then every day you still get paid. And then these programmers keep making sure that at your back end, you can monitor everything. For me, it's amazing. So I want to thank all of us for participating and join us again next Tuesday. Yes. Then on Thursday, the day after tomorrow, we'll be having one of our presenters again to present the business for guests. Do you have guests? Do you have friends? Do you have relations? Do you have acquaintances? Are you interested in growing your business? Thursdays, 8 p.m. Nigerian time, which is also 8 p.m. Central European time, is the day for that. 35 minutes only. An expert will be here to break down the basic information you need to have in order to join, or at least start your own due diligence to confirm what we have said, then you can join. So all of us here, we send invitation for funeral, we send invitation for birthdays, we send invitation for housewarming, marriage, and all of that. The question I have for you is, why not send invitation for business? Why is it that we send invitation for business, you don't take it seriously, don't follow up, or your friends don't take it seriously? Ask yourself that question. Why is it that when it's time to make money, people are taking the back seat? But if it's time to spend money that they didn't help you to make, they'll be on the front seat. Maybe it's time for us to change our friends. So the summary is that on Thursday, you're invited here. If you're in Abuja live, I'm inviting you tomorrow, 4 p.m. to Zone 6. The details are in our WhatsApp group. We are going to have a live session from 4 p.m. tomorrow being Wednesday. So whether you're a team member already or you're a guest, or you know people in Abuja, they are invited. Okay, it's first come, first served. The venue can take only 20 persons. So it's not a crowd. Okay, I think so that's it. Join us on Thursday. Tuesday next week, we'll have another edition, mainly for those who are already in the business. So Tuesdays are those meant for those in the business. Thursdays is for new persons, which are invited by all of us. All right, so my name is Lawrence Enebeli, and I'm happy to give people information that can make them richer by legal and credible means. Over to you, Christy.
Yes, thank you, Coach Lawrence, for that wonderful addition and for calling our attention to the upcoming events. That's for tomorrow, for the live session, and for our Thursday session, which is online, just like we are gathered here today. So the invite is already up and running in our community. Please ensure that you share with other people, invite them so that we can share the good news of what's happening in the Layer K and Expro ecosystem. And on that note, we come to the end of today's session. Thank you once again, Coach Itwen, for sharing from the wealth of your knowledge about the Homnifi back office, helping us to understand how it works, the new features and how we can leverage all that to manage and track our progress and success in the Expo Layer K ecosystem. We'll be back again next Tuesday with another insightful demo session. Please, Lorenzo, confirm that. And it when?
Yeah. So
another demo.
We'll announce it. We'll discuss and make it public. That's the topic you mean for next Tuesday.
Right.
But we want to also make an announcement. Our friends in other countries in Africa, whether you're in Kenya, you're in Botswana, you're in Uganda, you're in South Africa, you're in Ghana, any of the African countries. Africa has 54 countries. Layer K is expanding across the continent of Africa. So if you're a business leader or you're a fast learner or you're a digital entrepreneur, you want to reach out to us so that we can use your influence to penetrate your country. The benefits are huge. The country benefit, the individual benefits, and all of that. So if you know people who are looking for new opportunities that are legal and credible, and you think this can work for them, then get across to us. You'll be glad you did. It's a win-win for everybody. All right, so that's where we'll draw the curtain for today.
Okay, thank you so much, gentlemen and ladies. And that'll be all for today. See you this Thursday for another exciting and insightful presentation of everything about Expo and Layer K. Thank you and have a good evening.